Hi, I'm Daniel Findling with Findling Law and thedivorceguy.com. There's a subtle distinction between physical custody, legal custody, and parenting time. Custody specifically describes under the statute legal custody, and what that means is who's responsible for major decisions regarding the child or the children, as the case may be. Legal custody decisions include things such as choice of school, where you're going to live, major decisions regarding health care. Now, the courts have often used the term physical custody to describe which parent has the majority of parenting time. That is, if one parent spends the majority of overnights with a child or the children, then that parent would have physical custody. Now, parenting time describes the frequency and duration by which each parent spends with the child. For example, if one parent has Monday, Tuesday, and another parent has Wednesday, Thursdays, overnights, that would be the parenting time schedule. If one parent had the majority of parenting time, they would be considered the physical custodian. Sometimes we don't even use the term anymore, but that's where it would come into play. Now, equally confusing is that the court considers similar factors when it comes to custody. We look at the 12 best interest factors: the love, affection, existing emotional ties between the parent and the child, which parent would offer permanence of the family unit, the ability of the parties to foster and encourage a good parent-child relationship with the other parent, the moral fitness of the parties, the ability of the parties to raise their child in their race, religion, and creed. There are 12 of them, trust me, and we'll discuss those a little bit further in another blog. Whereas in parenting time, we look at the 12 best interest factors, but the court will also look at other factors: the reasonable likelihood of abuse, any special circumstances or needs of the child, whether a parent has frequently failed to exercise parenting time, the age of the child. Is the child over 6 months or breastfeeding and so forth? There are additional factors that the court under the statute will take into account, whereas in custody, we just look at the 12 best interest factors. Under the parenting time statute, we look at specific variables and then any other factor, including the 12 best interest factors, to describe the frequency and duration by which a parent will spend parenting time or visitation with the child. Now, the wonderful news is if parents can agree, the court will grant parenting time in accordance with the parties' agreements, unless there's clear and convincing evidence that it's not in the best interest of the child to do so. So the court is always going to encourage agreement when it comes to parenting time. So to sum, the frequency and duration by which each parent spends time with the child is parenting time. Custody, we really are talking about legal custody, major decisions, and what used to be called physical custody, who has the majority of parenting time. I'm Daniel Findling with Findling Law and thedivorceguy.com. I'd like to thank you and invite you to ask any additional questions you may have. Thanks again.